This video is a part 2 of series How to Mesh. The basics of this video are taught in the previous video. Please do check out that video to understand this video clearly. In this video we are going to learn how to mesh a component without using adaptive sizing method. Path confronting method. If settings are given here, then it is called global meshing. If settings are given here, it is called local meshing. In the previous video we had learned about how to use adaptive sizing function. In this video we are going to see how to mesh without using size adaptive function. We can see the elements are in worst quality, so it has to be refined. Element size function. This element size function is used for entire model. Growth rate. As we know, the growth rate defines the growth of one element to other element. Here 1.85 is defined as 85% of element will be increased for every next element. Max element size is a size that can be grown in interior of the volume of the mesh. In the previous video, we have seen how mesh defeaturing works. And in this video, we are going to observe these two important options: capture curvature and capture proximity. Capture curvature option is used to capture any fillets or any curves. Curvature normal angle is nothing but span angle, which is been discussed in the previous video. Assume a fillet with radius r. To capture this fillet, a triangle with a span angle alpha is used. Let's observe the quality of mesh for higher angle. Here we can see the curve has not been captured clearly. Even the curvature size is low, it has not captured the elements. It is mainly due to higher curvature angle. Curvature angle plays an important factor to get a fine mesh near the curves. Just by decreasing the angle, we created a fine mesh near the curves. By this, we can say that curvature angle is the most important factor than the size. We can observe all the curves in the geometry had a fine mesh when compared to other paths in it. Proximity is used to measure the region where there is a sudden change in cross section. Here we can observe there is a change in cross section area. So proximity option is used to create a fine mesh near this region. Number of cells across the gap option is used to create elements between any two holes. Assume there are two holes, one is a square and other is a circle. Number of elements across gap option is used to create the elements in between the region. Here we could observe only one element is created in between the gap. As we specified 7 in number of cells across the gap, so only 7 rows of elements are created in between the gap. Since curvature option is not used, fine elements are not being generated near the curve. Now we'll check the quality of mesh by using both proximity and curvature options. Now we can see fine quality of elements are being created near all the curves and the areas where there is a change in cross section. Here we could see a great quality of elements are generated near the hole. It is mainly due to the phase split option. Here we could see fine quality of elements are not been created near this hole. It is mainly due to phase split option is not been used for this region. Now we'll observe how volume is being measured. We can observe the quality of volume mesh is not good. It is mainly due to the method of meshing we used. In path confronting method, first the edges will be meshed, then face, and then the volume will be meshed. Now we will see how to mesh using patch independent method. There is no difference in parameters of patch independent and patch conforming method. Here we could see the quality of volume mesh is great. It is mainly due to the process of meshing in patch independent method. First the volume is meshed, then the faces, then the edges. By this video we had completed meshing using tetrahedrons. In the next video we are going to see how to mesh using hex elements. Thank you for watching.